Sup, you beautiful bastards? I hope you're having a fantastic Friday. Today, I wanted to do something a little bit different than what we normally do. There's been a story this week that a lot of people have been asking me to chime in on, even more as of yesterday because there was an update to it. It really wouldn't fit into any of the shows this week, and I wanted to go a little deeper on it and talk about it from a personal point of view. And that story originated from the biggest YouTuber on this website, PewDiePie, putting out a video called Forced Positivity on YouTube. And in it, he talks about how in the past, he faked being happy and excited about the content he was creating, even though he hated it. And he talked about, pointed out all the daily vloggers out there that are just like, my life is awesome, everything's positive, I'm always happy, everything's great. Also kind of sort of pointing a finger to people that then monetize that it cheapens it, it gives more weight to this is a disingenuous thing that you're doing for profit. And then the reason for the uptick in people wanting me to talk about this is Casey Neistat then chimed in on this topic. He talked about it as a former daily vlogger that yes, he would pick the best things, the happiest things in his day, he would focus on the positive and not include the negative. So when people go online, they want to see the happy thing, the thing that makes them feel so good. Look at those puppies. Look at that marriage proposal. Love is real. It's forever. Look at this guy snowboard through New York City. Anything and everything is possible. What is this voice I'm doing? And here's what I'll say. When it comes to daily vloggers, oh yes, a lot of those very happy people, incredibly depressed, incredibly sad people. And that's because the highs and lows are so intense. When you're sharing your life with the world and you're getting 1 million views, you're getting 2 million, 3 million views a day, especially at the beginning, it's a rush. It's a wow, so many people, I'm so connected. But it is a daily vlog, and in this world, you are only as good as the last 1, 2, maybe 3 things you've done. You're judged based on the last 72 hours of your life, and you're churning out 3 things during that time. And the people that write scripts, they have to write scripts, and then everyone shoots it, and then most people edit it themselves, and then they do the marketing around it. And then what's the next thing? And I need to do this 364 more times in a year. And then, uh-oh, I've done nothing different, and maybe my views are down. This doesn't feel as good. Am I losing it? And do people just not like me anymore? And especially the daily vloggers, people start criticizing every little thing about their life. And keep in mind, from a money perspective, this is a nice problem to have. But it's also an unrelatable amount of stress. You feel like an asshole complaining. And as far as the talking about it, when I was a much younger YouTuber on this site, I was so angry about fake positivity. But creators on this site in general are punished for sharing if they are sad or depressed, and I'm putting an asterisk on that. From everything I've seen, it looks like you can talk about being sad or depressed 1 time a month without it hurting your subscribers and views. Because people like to be reminded that the person they are watching is a real human being, someone that they can relate to. I get sad, you get sad. But after that, and it's not because the audience is an asshole, it's just that just in our brains, most people go, I don't want to watch that thing that also makes me sad. If this person who has so much is sad, what hope do I have? Or maybe this person I'm watching is kind of an asshole that doesn't respect what they have. A big note from both of these videos, though, that I think is very important to understand is that when you're seeing the awesome thing on YouTube or Instagram or whatever the hell, it's mostly not that cool. I think most people know that, but they need constant reminding of that when they're comparing themselves to everything on the internet. And this extends to everyone. I share a lot with you guys. I share my highs, my lows. It's one of my favorite things about the vlog. When we're traveling, I like to show you the good and the bad. But I don't share the deep depression I sometimes go through. I don't share the times I'm just sad for no reason. But the reason for that's not that I'm worried that someone's gonna stop watching me. It's not that I feel like it's not going to be relatable. For me personally, it's just, I know that it's just going to pass. Past 2 years, prime example, I had been extremely unhappy at work. I felt unfulfilled, unsupported, and I felt I was like this victim. But I thought, what does sharing that accomplish? I'm gonna get some people that say, man, don't worry, stick with it, everything's gonna be okay. But I know that my mind, the way my mind works, I'm gonna go, you don't know what I'm struggling with. And then there's gonna be the people that tell me to suck it up, I don't wanna deal with that. So I'm gonna use these negative feelings that would normally just drain me and hold me down, and I'm gonna do something. Why am I sad? Well, I feel like I'm not maximizing my time between work and family. 2 years ago, why was I sad? What was the point of my show? I wasn't happy with the quality of it, and a lot of that was coming from me half-assing it. As far as feeling like I didn't have support at work, I got new people. Worked with them in a better way, but I'm always constantly trying to get better at that because I was never really a people person. Most recently, everything's been going great with the show, but all of a sudden I'm sad about my weight, so what do? Temporarily stop weekend videos so that it frees up more time throughout my week so I can actually go exercise. And all of a sudden that gives me more energy and a feeling of success. I accomplished a real life thing, because when you're posting videos out, it's just this digital thing that's out in the world. But all of a sudden I find that I get this boost from working out or doing, like, working at home and fixing something and actually seeing a real life thing. Oh, this is something about me that I've learned that I wouldn't have learned about if I didn't really just acknowledge my depression and I didn't try and suppress it. We all have our struggles that we deal deal with, and I think that we should talk about it and share it with people that care, and sometimes even me just putting myself out there right now, just opening up. I feel like that's good so that people know that it's okay if they're going through something. But I personally don't share that stuff all the time because I'm just actively working on myself. I get it out, and then rather than consistently talking about it, I'm doing something about it. But for me personally, that doesn't then turn into false positivity. I am a cynic at heart. I expect the worst out of people and situations, and I think you see that in the show, but I'm also hoping for the best. Portraying an emotion that I am not feeling is one of the most painful things in the world to me. The only time I ever actually feel that is when I'm trying not to like just straight up cry. And that's just because I'm an ugly crier. And so I guess my final thoughts on this, to the idea that putting out false positivity, it's dangerous. I think mainly just to the person that's being fake. I mean, there are a lot of young viewers out there, but as long as you have the mindset that not everything you're seeing is reality, that you're just seeing the best bits, then it's fine for the people watching. That's your everyday escapism. But if you're constantly spouting positive mantras and you're posting all those stupid, like, look at this wave picture, and then there's an interesting quote about how, like, do something. Positivity overcomes all. Okay. If you're actually suffering, take some time for yourself because it's only gonna get worse. And I think that's where I'm gonna end this video. Like the other guys said, obviously this is not talking about mental illness or depression, and if you are dealing with those, hopefully you are getting the help that you need. And as always, whether it be with just information or people, always be a little bit skeptical of what you're seeing, especially if they're the ones putting it out. It's okay to be sad, it's okay to be angry, it's okay to feel petty or any of the negative feelings. Use it. The only things I have in my life because of love are my wife and my son. Everything else I have in my life is based off of me being sad, mad, or lost. Don't think of your problems as problems. Look at them as challenges you can overcome. And that's where I'm gonna end this one. For me, this video is more of the, if one or two people needed to hear this right now, then that's what's important to me. But that said, that's where I'm gonna end this video. Of course, if you like this video or what I normally do on this channel, hit that like button. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Also, if you missed either of the last two Philip DeFranco shows, they are right here for you. You can click or tap those to go to those videos. But that said, of course, as always, my name's Philip DeFranco. You've just been filled in. I love yo faces, and I'll see you tomorrow. No, I won't. I just said I wouldn't see you tomorrow. Monday.